making his way down to the ring, fighting out of CM numéro 1, I believe, out of Quebec City, Frédéric Bélanger, who's got a record of 0-0, making his debut tonight. We've seen Siam number 1 before. We've seen them fight here at Heroes Combat League numerous times, actually. Tremendous group of fighters out of Quebec City, la ville de Québec, là. Awesome city, lots of fighting, lots of action. So it should be good.
And the first fighter we've seen Y to the judges and each side of the ring, so it's good to see that cultural part of the sport being brought into it.
It's important for you, obviously.
It is very important for me. It's one of the things that made me fall in love with the sport.
And making his way down to the ring, fighting out of Team Bushido MMA from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Reeve Nicholson. He's got a record of 1-0, and tonight he's stepping in the ring, and you best believe he wants a win to build up that record. He's fighting against Frédéric Bélanger, who as I mentioned before, is making his debut. So one could say he's got
blue
the
corner,
advantage.
making his in-ring debut and representing Siam number 1, Frédéric Bélanger. And fighting out of the red corner with a record of 1-0 and representing Team Bushido MMA, Reeve Nicholson.
You know, when you are a hometown, when you're fighting in your hometown, you have that advantage, one could say, because obviously the majority of the people in the crowd are probably from your dojo, from your gym. So we just heard the audience pop for Reeve Nicholson, who fights out of Team Bushido MMA. And I've seen him fight before here at Heroes Combat League. I believe he has a brother who also is competing later this evening. So they both have a lot of...
Oh, yeah, Hayden Nicholson.
The Nicholsons,
okay.
yeah.
Got a family of fighters.
Yeah, so we'll see what Frédéric Bélanger has to say about that. Made the long ride from Quebec City all the way to Ottawa.
I've actually never had the opportunity to fight in front of a hometown crowd.
You haven't?
No, not in Muay Thai, not in BJJ. I think it would add a little bit more pressure too, though.
For sure, for sure. I could imagine that, yeah. You're fighting next week. How do you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
You're looking good. You're looking focused. You're looking Roshan dangerous.
Putting in the work. Still a little bit more kinks to iron out, but looking forward to it. I'm kind of taking this fight as an opportunity to get the ring rust off in advance of provincials, which are a month later.
Right. So Roshan, what's going on in these fighters' minds at the moment as they're, getting ready? Well, they're in the ring. They're about to fight any moment now. What's the body language here telling you?
Well, clearly, Bélanger is very antsy to get going, and this is not uncommon in a fighter when it's their first time in the ring and they just sort of the nerves are kicking in, and you can tell Nicholson is just chilling in the corner, waiting for the bell to go, right? Having had, I think, that first fight under his belt, it's a little less jitters and more just, I know what to expect.
Right.
Probably rethinking or visualizing his game plan, how you hope the fight will go. But yeah, each fighter really you have to figure out what works for you and what gets you ready.
Well, it looks like Hayden's starting off with a bang here.
Mm-hmm. Both fighters have knockdowns.
Sorry, not Hayden. Reeve Nicholson. Oh, got him in the clinch. Both in the clinch.
So there you had Bélanger, who had full clinch on Nicholson, but it was Nicholson that was being active and throwing the knees.
This is a C-class fight here. Both fighters are fighting in the 165-pound division.
Nice head kick by Bélanger.
Looks like Frederick could have the reach advantage here.
Oh.
He caught him there with the uppercut.
He did. Stunned him for a second. Now he's taking advantage of it.
Bélanger's corner asking for a 1-2 in and out.
See that hesitation there,
Yeah.
which is the more experience you get, the less you hesitate, but not uncommon.
Both competitors here very physically strong. Great first round here.
Very good first round.
What do you think won that?
Bélanger finding his stride. I would give it to very, very close, but I would probably give it to the red corner, and that would be Nicholson, only because he's got a couple more sweeps off of those leg defenses there, and that does tend to score higher. And he had some exchanges where Bélanger did not respond, so he would have won those. But that was like a tight round. Could have gone either way.
What do you think Bélanger's corner is telling him?
He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to throw more techniques, and he needs to use his reach. Definitely needs to use his reach, and do not clinch with Nicholson, because he's losing those exchanges. He's not kneeing enough. He's not being active enough.
Round number 2 here.
Here we go.
Bélanger,
He's
Nicholson.
very calm and collected, though, for someone who's first time in.
Oh, yet again. It's a rough way to start the second round there.
Oh, that was close.
Oh!
Much more aggressive fighter this round. That's good. Got to be careful not to gas themselves out, though. Especially when both are strong, physically strong.
Push kick right to the face. This is turning into a brawl, Roshana. A brawl.
It is. It is. But there's a few golden techniques being displayed here. So.
Casa Nostra is our cause is brawling out here at
Good
Heroes
knees.
Combat.
Look at the concentration on their faces there.
We're not seeing many punches to the body here.
But part of that is because Nicholson is fighting moving backwards, and he's forcing Bélanger to chase him down.
Excuse me.
So there's not a lot of opportunity for an inside fight, but
Bélanger's corner asking for him to use his hands. Nicholson clobbered them there for a second. I think Bélanger might
the fatigue is starting to set in for Bélanger.
be. And once fatigue sets in, technique might be slightly
Goes right out
compromised.
through the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Heroes Combat League. If you're watching us right now, make sure you hit that like button, share the video, leave a comment, tell us what you think. We're here at the Sala San Marco in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Saturday, June 15th. Is that, yeah, we're the 15th or 16th?
16th, I think.
Saturday, June 16th, yes. We're getting into round number 3 here. See Nabil the Thrill Khatib in the corner there. asking Nicholson to prepare
Breathe deep.
himself to give 110% here in the last round, because it might just be a split decision here. It's been a pretty close fight. Oh.
Very nice teep there by Bélanger. Nice. Oh,
Breathe, relentless Nicholson. You can see that frustration pop in there. I almost caught him.
that almost took us out. It almost took
I
us
would have
out.
caught him, yeah. Not. I was about to catch you and jump out of the way. Yeah.
So
Both fighters are-
Bélanger fairly active in the clinch, but his knees are not connecting, which is unfortunate because they could have done some damage.
This has been a spectacular match. Both competitors are giving us 201% out here.
So, yeah, pushing through, finishing strong.
A lot of heart being shown here.
You can't teach heart. That's, you either have it or you don't.
I mean, you can't download it? No?
If you figure that out, you
Can't get
will
it
be
on
the richest
Amazon?
man on the planet.
Oh! You see that uppercut?
Yeah,
Oh, he
but-
clobbered him. He got him
Damn.
there. Nicholson could be rocked, but no, he's moving forward.
That's Nicholson wanting to clearly, in the eyes of the judges, dominate and finish this round strong.
My goodness, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be judging this one. This has been a spectacular match. I hope it's a draw because both of these fighters have given us under 10%. I'd love to see a rematch.
Tough call, but I think it might go to the red corner on this one. The second round is interesting, though. I would be curious to see how the judges scored it, because I would give the round to Nicholson, but he fought backing up almost the entire time. And for some judges, if you're backing up, then you're not the aggressor.
Sure.
So
You're showing.
Yeah,
You're basically saying the other one is imposing or ring generalship as
exactly. So
far
some
as owning the
judges would
territory.
sort of mark him down for that.
But I mean, isn't that counter fighting to a certain degree? Being able to.
It
to
is,
fight
and
moving backwards?
and again, that's where it depends how the judge perceives. You can fight very well backing up, right? But because just that simple action of moving backwards
Yeah.
means that you're not moving. You're not the aggressor.
Sure.
You're letting your
defending.
opponent chase you.
Right.
And for some judges, that's not sufficient. But I do think this might go to the red corner, possibly a split decision.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's tough when the matches are this close. When both athletes possess, more or less the same level of skill set and the same
And are capable of displaying it.
and the willingness to commit throughout.
Yeah.
It's
And to fight through till the end.
yeah, it makes an entertaining match. I mean, the fans out here are just waiting to see. They're
And
waiting
winner
to
of this
hear.
contest, as a result of a unanimous decision,
Unanimous, really?
Unanimous.
fighting out of the blue corner.
Wow, that's
Really?
interesting. That's interesting. I mean,
So maybe that forward movement is what got it for him.
I
That's
think. Hey, please, I think you might be right on that, Roshan, as you were talking about forward moving.
being the aggressor,
Fighters
the
are-
attacker, the counter fighter. Yeah.
Exactly, and that display of aggression is certainly part of any combat sport, striking, grappling, you name it. And as I mentioned before, Siam #1 out of Quebec City is always bringing some great talent here to Heroes Combat League, and great effort by by Reeve Nicholson, who's moving to a 1-1 record here, fighting out of Team Bushido MMA. And we hope to see both fighters fight again.
Absolutely. A couple more fights under their belts and then a rematch. That would be something to see.